Hi guys, it's Jamila. Welcome back. Crazy to be here. So I am going to share with you guys my September TBR. September is my month and I decided this is going to be my comeback month. September is the month of my birthday. I turned 27 this month, but she's not doing too bad, you know. Yeah, and I lived another year, which is always something to be grateful for. So since I don't have like a birthday book haul, which is funny because that was the last video I ever posted, I'm just gonna do my TBR right off the bat. Well, let me tell you right now, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12, there's 12 books here, and I know I'm freaking lying, so we're gonna kind of call this September slash maybe even October TBR. My hopefuls, like what I'm trying to reach for or what I'm reaching from. We are just gonna go in hot. I'm gonna start off with the books that I'm currently reading. The 100,000 Kingdoms by N.K. Jemisin. I had to start this one over, so that's why I'm still reading, but I started this one over. I'm on page 290 and loving it, and I'm gonna finish this. I don't have that much left and I'm actually excited to get into the next book after I finish this. I think this is working on at least a 4.5. We'll see, because it's just so, everybody's so creative. Like, this book follows Hine Dar. She's an outcast from the north and her mother dies of mysterious circumstances, and then she is called to this majestic city of sky by her grandfather, and then she's put in this kind of situation where she's going up against others to become the heir for the throne. This is very intriguing. The world building is very interesting. It's a vibe for this time of year. I feel like, I don't know why, it's just it's giving fall. It doesn't have to make sense, that's just what it's giving. All right, next up we have Empire of Storms and Tower of Dawn. I'm currently reading both of these and I am tandem reading them. This is my first time ever reading this part of the series. I'm actually having a good time. If there's anything you can say about this lady, it's she knows how to write some good mindless books that you can just dive into without having to think that much, and that's what I need right now to get back into reading. So I have all my tabs here for the tandem read and a little guide to let me know when to switch books, and that's been very helpful. So I'm going to be tackling these and finishing these hopefully before September is up. Like, so out of everything, these are going to be read no matter what. Okay, so we're running out of time. I'm gonna have to go through this really quick because he's waking up. Next we have Fire by Kristen Kishore. This is book 2 in the Graceling realm, and from what I remember, it was my favorite one, so I would love to reread this either this month or in October. And Graceling, or these books, follow a world where people have graces. What the hell did I just say? People have graces. What does that mean, Jamila? I don't know how to do this anymore, y'all. A grace is like you have 2 different color eyes. You get like some type of specific thing that you do well, or like a superpower. It might be something stupid or silly, or it might be something like really cool. Like, check out Graceling, guys. I highly recommend it. But in this one we're following Fire, and I believe she's a monster. Fire is the last remaining human monster. She's equally hated and adored for her unique ability to control minds. This just sounds like a vibe, and aren't these new covers just absolutely gorgeous? But yeah, I would like to read this. And then we also have, continuing a series, Ruin and Rising by Leigh Bardugo. I read Shadow and Bone last year, and I just watched the first season of Shadow and Bone, and I want to watch the second season, so I want to read the book first and see how it's different. I just like doing that with stuff. I mean, you guys get it. If anybody gets it, you guys get it. I'm planning on reading this, but the first book, Shadow and Bone, follows people called Grisha, and they have certain powers within this kingdom. And the main character pretty much, I don't know if that's a spoiler, but she finds out she's a Grisha and didn't know, or something like that. Don't ask me for summaries, y'all. Y'all know better. So continuing on, I want to get to like my priority, like books that are really speaking to me right now, calling my name. The next one is continuing another series, and that is the Fires of Vengeance, which is the sequel to The Rage of Dragons by Evan Winter. The Rage of Dragons was such an interesting ride for me. Like, the main character agitated me so much, but then when I put myself in his shoes, I was like, would I do anything different? And the answer was, I don't think so. But it was definitely a ride. I definitely enjoyed it. So going into this, I feel like it's gonna be so good. I just, for some reason, I'm having a feeling like this one's gonna be even better than the first book. So that's exciting. The first book follows a character called Tao, and he is out for vengeance because his family was killed and he's not coming to play. Like, he's dead set on it. It doesn't matter what it takes. It doesn't really matter who it endangers. He just goes in like he's ready. Vengeance is what he came for. Doesn't that make it more exciting that this is called the Fires of Vengeance? Because are we getting even more into the rage? Like, I think I'm ready this time. Last time I wasn't ready for the amount of raging that he was doing, but this time I think I'm ready. Next up, The Heart of the Sun Warrior by Su Lin Tan. This is the sequel to Daughter of the Moon Goddess, which I read and I just thought it was so magical. It was so, like, it literally absorbed me into the book, and I love that feeling. So I really would love to read this. I feel like this is giving fall as well. Isn't this beautiful? I really want to tackle this book for sure this month. Like, I just feel like it's gonna be such a nice read. This series or duology is based off of Chinese folklore. I forget the specific story it's based off of. Y'all just gonna have to excuse me. Let me get back used to this because I'm a hot mess. I forgot to remember. It's been a long time since I've read. Okay, so yeah, let's just, yeah. But the first book was very mythical, very magical, very romantic. Two male love interests, a prince and a commander or warrior, whatever. It was great. All right, so pretty much the rest of these I'm not sure about, but they're just kind of like speaking to me, like I said. But I have Beneath the Keep by Erica Johansson. This is the author of the Queen of the Tearling series, which I've already read, even though it was a long time ago. But I believe this is the prequel about the previous queen and her guard. It says, as a kingdom descends into darkness and new alliances are forged under fire, a battle begins over a prophecy that would change the course of history. In this much anticipated standalone prequel to the best-selling Queen of the Tearling series, or trilogy, sorry. Honestly, I enjoyed Queen of the Tearling so much, but it is not a 5-star series because the ending was not it. Maybe upon a reread I might like the ending more, but I didn't like it. But I am very interested in what happened before that trilogy came into play. If you have not read it, I definitely recommend like checking it out, but just know that the ending could end up being a disappointment. Another book I'm very interested in getting to is Bloodmarked by Tracy Dion. This one I'm undecided on whether to read this soon or not, because I almost feel like I need to read Legendborn again, even though I remember everything for the most part. I just feel like it'll be more impactful if I do reread the first one. So I haven't decided yet. When I do, if I do, I might pick it up in this month or October. We will see how everything goes. I really enjoyed the first book. I can't remember if I gave it 5 stars or it was almost 5 stars, but I remember that although I enjoyed the story, I found that I just feel like the story could have had more Black characters included in it, especially being written by a Black author, but that's her prerogative. I'm not taking that away. It just would have been nice to see more Black characters being in the forefront and more prominent. Also, I kind of felt like the beginning dragged a little bit for me, and it took me 3 tries to get through the beginning, and once I got through that, like, I really enjoyed the book. But I recommend it still. It's a King Arthur retelling, and as a Black girl, like, I mean, you can't necessarily go wrong trying it. All right, next we have Harry Potter and the Goblet of Fire. I'm really trying to revive the little book club I had going with my husband and my sister and my niece slash friend. But we'll see how that goes, because they dissolved it pretty much when I moved here because we were meeting in, you know, the state that I was living in before, and they still live there and I don't. So we'll see what happens with this, but I am 134 pages into this. So next up we have Jade City, which is one I keep looking at and wanting to read so bad. Like literally, I have the strongest feeling that this is going to be a series that I become obsessed with, that becomes my whole personality, just like City of Brass is. However, I still have not picked it up, and I think it's a fear of disappointment, and also a little bit of just a feeling of being intimidated by the trilogy, which I shouldn't be, but I definitely would like to pick this up and give it a shot this month or next month. We'll see what actually happens. Ooh, what is on my book? This one, I don't know how to explain it except for Jade Mafia. If you hear a little animal in the background, it's actually my baby. He does that when he sleeps. Isn't that so cute? Mafia powered by Jade, Jade powered by the Mafia, something like that. But yeah, I'm very intrigued to pick this up. And then we also have 50 Words for Rain, which is, from what I've heard, a very sad book. It's about, I believe, a half black girl in Japan. She's like living with her grandparents, but she's confined by them in their attic. It just sounds really sad, but I'm also intrigued. I haven't read a book that makes me super emotional in a while, so maybe I just need to cry. Maybe I need an excuse to let out these pent-up emotions I got going on. This is not a therapy session. Moving on. If I do end up reading 50 Words for Rain by Asha Lemi, I'll probably need me a little palette cleanser, a little refresher. So I'll go back to a reread of After Age Eve Brown, which is a romance. It's the third book in the Brown Sisters trilogy. And honey, this is my favorite one. That's all I have to say. Like, if you pick up any book in the trilogy, pick up this one. I don't think you have to read one to read the other. I don't think you have to read them in order. Just enjoy your life. But this one is Grumpy Sunshine. We have kind of like forced proximity a little bit. And the main girl character has purple hair, so it's a vibe all around, honestly. I just really been wanting an excuse to reread this. So that is the crazy psycho stack of books that I have here. I'm definitely not expecting to read all of these, babes. If I read half, if I read 6 books, that would be popping. Like, that would be great. But if I don't, I'm not crying myself to sleep at night. You know what I mean? Like, reading is for enjoyment. Gotta remember that. Gotta stick to the blueprint. And those are the books I'm interested in right now. It's fall. I'm so excited. It's fall. It's my favorite season. Unfortunately, where I live, I don't think I'm gonna see fall the way I normally see fall. It's still hot as heck, and none of the leaves are turning, so I'm a little depressed. It was fun. Delightful even. I will see you guys in the next video. Don't forget to like this one if you enjoyed it. Tell me any of the books that I should prioritize out of this list, and I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.